Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another brand new video. I hope you guys are all doing well. So in today's video, of course, I want to talk about Bitcoin, give you guys a update of what is happening with Bitcoin today, and not just Bitcoin of course, but the entire cryptocurrency market. There is in fact of course a fair few charts that I want to show you guys, okay, some new charts. So that's exactly what I want to talk about in today's video. So guys, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already, because I know most of you guys that are in fact watching this video are not yet subscribed. So please consider subscribing if you guys are in fact, crypto investors or even traders. If you guys are just in the crypto space in general, please consider subscribing, because every single day, I give you guys little updates on what's happening with Bitcoin and crypto. So subscribe, let's make that money together and let's become millionaires together in the future. So first of all, guys, before I show you guys the charts, you guys can clearly see that Bitcoin right now, okay, is still at $30,000. It's still hanging on there, right? Just like what we saw yesterday, even for the past few days, you guys can clearly see, for the past 2 weeks, you guys can clearly see that Bitcoin has in fact been consolidating at this level for pretty much 2 weeks now, right? So what is happening with Bitcoin lately? Well, it's very simple, right? Bitcoin is obviously consolidating every single time. It seems like Bitcoin, breaks above, $31,000. It does in fact drop back down to 30K. And actually a few hours ago, right, mentioning $31,000, talking about that right now, we actually saw Bitcoin pump to $31,000 a couple of hours ago, and then it is in fact back down at $30,000. So this is a very heavy resistance line for Bitcoin, right? And I've told you guys many times, right? Once we actually see Bitcoin break at $32,000 or over $32,000, I think that's when we will officially see another rally up to the upside and another leg up for Bitcoin, right? So we've got to see Bitcoin reach at least $32,000 in my opinion, right? And once we actually surpass 32K, I think from there on, we're going to see Bitcoin pump all the way up to, $35,000. I've been talking about that many times. I've been mentioning that many times that we will potentially see, Bitcoin reach at least 35K towards the end of this month in July. That's just my personal opinion. We know July usually, Bitcoin, right? This is a good month for Bitcoin. Usually July is a great month for Bitcoin. In previous years, last year, previous year, right, in 2022, and even, 2021 and 2020, Bitcoin was actually performing pretty well for this month in July. So I feel like this year, in 2023 for July, will be no different. I think this year is going to be a great month for Bitcoin. That's just personally my opinion. Who knows? Things could change, but very unlikely. I think this is going to be a great month for Bitcoin. So I really do see at least a 35K Bitcoin towards the end of this month. But yes, guys, okay, Bitcoin will skyrocket to $32,000 sooner than you think, right? Sooner than you think. Yes, it has in fact, been consolidating for 2 weeks now, but I really do believe soon enough we're going to see Bitcoin break to $32,000. And once that actually does happen, which it will, we're going to see Bitcoin continue to pump up to the upside, guys. Okay, so time will tell, we will see, but soon enough, 32K, it's on its way, right? Bitcoin will skyrocket to $32,000. Now, the crypto market today, guys, is looking pretty good, much better than yesterday. Okay, so everything is in fact, having a pump up. You guys can clearly see the global crypto market cap has in fact gone up as well. Currently at 1.21 trillion, so above 1.2 trillion now. So that's absolutely amazing to see. And overall, the market's up 1.5%. Right. So yes, a fair few altcoins are in fact pumping. Bitcoin was in fact pumping, but it's having a slight drop right now, but still, it's still looking pretty good. So yes, a fair few altcoins are in fact pumping. You guys can see Bitcoin Cash is in fact coming back with its steam. Okay, it hasn't lost its steam, it's still pumping. You guys can clearly see 10% for the past 24 hours for Bitcoin Cash, which is absolutely amazing to see. We know Bitcoin Cash for the past few weeks has in fact been pumping. You guys can clearly see 30 days for the past month, it's up over 100%, right? So yeah, Bitcoin Cash has in fact been pumping. But yeah, a fair few altcoins are pumping. Majority of them are not really moving, as you guys can clearly see. But we are in fact seeing some altcoins just having a movement. But still today, right, way better than yesterday. Way better than yesterday. Now, let's get to the charts, starting off with this one. So yes, we know Bitcoin has in fact in between, $31,000 and of course $30,000. But like I said many times, once we actually see Bitcoin break, that 32K level, okay, Bitcoin will pump. Okay, and this chart is showing, right, that it will potentially do that. You know what I mean? We haven't seen Bitcoin touch, right, $32,000 this year at all. right? Its highs is obviously $31,000. So once we actually hit 32K, that's obviously going to mark a new high for Bitcoin, right? So this person is saying that the market, right, Bitcoin is ready to run to $40,000, right? So that's absolutely, good news for Bitcoin, obviously, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna stick with 35K for now, 35K, 38K, right? And then 40K, yes, that will potentially happen, maybe even next month, right? In August. So we will see, right? August, September, yeah, that is very, very, very possible for Bitcoin. Now, this happened a few hours ago. Okay, yes, we actually saw Bitcoin break above $31,000, right? So it held at this level, and we actually saw Bitcoin break towards $31,000. So it was, in fact, inside this bar for a very long time. And this bar is obviously in between 31K and pretty much 29, right, or $30,000. So support and resistance line. Obviously, Bitcoin right now is breaking down. You guys can clearly see that. So that's that, guys. But Bitcoin overall is still holding up very, very well. Okay, it really is at $30,000. Now, you guys know I'm a big believer of history repeating itself. Okay, so this chart is indicating that what happened in 2020 will happen in 2023. You guys can clearly see the charts are pretty similar. Okay, the patterns right here for the chart is pretty similar to what happened in 2020 to where we are now in 2023. Meaning we could potentially see Bitcoin continue to consolidate for the next, I don't know how long, maybe a few days, few weeks, maybe a week or so, right? But very soon, okay, I think it's going to pump to 32K, right? It can't consolidate forever, okay? So what Bitcoin did in 2020 was in fact consolidating a fair bit, and then it pumped, and then it had a little drop, and then it was in fact pumping like crazy. So it's saying here that, we could potentially see that for this year in 2023. What happened in 2020 will happen in 2023. So yeah, I'm a big believer of history sort of repeating itself, the patterns rhyming. Okay, it's like clockwork, right? So it's very possible, yes. And I told you guys many times, towards the end of this year in 2023, I do in fact see a 50K Bitcoin, at least a $50,000 Bitcoin. I think that's very, very possible. So yes, Bitcoin is warming up. Okay, it really, really is. We haven't seen anything yet. If you guys thought, we've seen something amazing for Bitcoin, just wait. Right, just wait. We haven't seen anything at all yet. Bitcoin's nowhere near its previous all-time highs. Trust me, more pumps are in fact pumping. Right, what we're seeing right now for Bitcoin is just teasers and little recoveries for Bitcoin, right? Because we know Bitcoin a couple months ago hit bottom of 15K, and now like literally 7 months later, it's obviously pumped over $15,000. Now it's at 30K, right? So we haven't seen anything yet, just yet. It's warming up, guys. Okay, be ready because Bitcoin is about to pump, and this chart is indicating and showing, right, that Bitcoin, okay, can reach around $100,000 to $300,000 in 2025. Let me repeat that. $100,000 to $300,000 max in the year 2025, right? Everyone's price predictions for the next bull market, right, is different. So the year 2025, okay, what happened in 2021 will happen in the year 2025. So I'm telling you this right now, okay, we're easily going to see a 100K Bitcoin. I'm telling you guys that right now. Okay, that's going to be like a no-brainer. We will easily see, okay, a 100K Bitcoin. And I told you guys many times, okay, in the next bull market, I really think Bitcoin can go as high as around, I want to say 200K to 250K, right? If it gets 300K, then that'll be absolutely amazing to see as well, guys, right? It really would be. But I'm going to stick with 200K and 250K for now, okay, because I think that is very more realistic for Bitcoin to hit in the next bull market versus, because of where it is right now, which is at $30,000. So I really do believe, in the year 2025, the next upcoming few years, I do in fact see at least a 200K Bitcoin and a 250K Bitcoin, right? I really do. Call me crazy, but I think that's very, very possible. And that's just my personal opinion, right? So it's looking pretty good for Bitcoin. It's all up from here. You guys can clearly see that, right? So stay bullish. We should not be bearish at all, guys. No one right now should be bearish with Bitcoin, right? Especially looking at the charts, right? You should not be bearish at all, guys. So it's all looking up. Okay, it's all looking up. Now, here's another chart that I want to show you guys. Our last chart for today's video. You guys can clearly see that this chart, okay, we know Bitcoin was in fact forming this falling wedge for quite some time, right? And we know Bitcoin has broken out from its macro downtrend a few months ago, right? So this happened a few months ago. Bitcoin actually broke out of it. And since the breakout, it has been going sideways for the most part. Okay, we know that, right? Bitcoin has in fact been consolidating and going on the side for the past like 2 weeks now. Not much movements, right? But it's been stuck at $30,000. Okay, but I'm telling you guys right now. Okay, it says it right here. Bitcoin is in the process of trying to confirm trend continuation with this current dip. Right, so it's all up from here, guys. You guys can clearly see it's broke out from this macro downtrend. Okay, so it's all ups from here, guys. Okay, there's no way in hell we're gonna see Bitcoin, drop back down to like $20,000 ever again. I told you guys that many times. Bitcoin history, I don't think we will ever see a 20K Bitcoin ever again, or even below 20K Bitcoin. I think that's very unlikely to happen at this point, right? Especially with the Bitcoin halving that's gonna happen, very, very soon. It's all awesome here. Okay, it really is, guys. Okay, and you guys can clearly see, just looking at the charts right here for 2023, Bitcoin is clearly forming a new pattern up to the upside, right, from its bottom and from this macro downtrend. So just think about that, right? It's all awesome here. And we know, already talked about this in yesterday's stream, right? So if you guys haven't seen yesterday's stream, some major news, okay, with BlackRock, okay, it seems like, the BlackRock CEO, Larry Fink, is in fact going all in on Bitcoin. If you guys haven't seen yesterday's stream, you should definitely check it out, right? But I showed you guys a clip of what he was saying about Bitcoin, okay? And he was saying that Bitcoin is pretty much digitizing gold, right? It really is, okay? And why we need Bitcoin and whatnot. So if you guys haven't seen that, you should definitely check it out. But you guys can clearly see, just remember, right? Just remember, Larry Fink said back a couple of years ago, back in 2017, back in 2018, that Bitcoin is an index of money laundering, right? So he wasn't really into Bitcoin at that time. He wasn't really bullish, right, with Bitcoin, okay? And now today, he's saying that Bitcoin is digitizing gold. You know what I mean? So he seems like he's going all in on Bitcoin now. We know BlackRock is, in fact, filing for Bitcoin ETFs, and it should be getting approved, in my opinion, right? I don't think it's gone. I don't think it's approved yet, but it will. And I'm telling you right now, like, it's gonna skyrocket Bitcoin. You know what I mean? This is gonna give Bitcoin that little kick that it needs for the next bull market, because we know the next bull market is obviously right around the corner. Okay, it's about to happen. I want to say we're 100% in a bull market just yet, but we're almost there. So just think about that, guys. Right? Every institutions, the major ones, right, are in fact getting into Bitcoin, and not just Bitcoin, but just crypto in general. You know what I mean? They are in fact becoming crypto pros, right? So just think about that, guys. And I feel like a lot more institutions out there will in fact start getting into Bitcoin and crypto, right? Just you wait. But that's that. Now the Fingreed index is currently at 56, okay, today. So it's still in greed mode, which is amazing. It's actually gone down a fair bit. You guys can see for the past 2 days, but we're still in greed mode, right? So that's absolutely amazing to see. At least we're not in neutral or fear no more, which is great to see as always. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. I really would appreciate that. I will in fact be posting more videos today, so stay tuned for that as well. And I will be in fact going live today as usual, right? Every single day I go live, so come and join the live. I really will appreciate that. Let's talk about Bitcoin and crypto. And if you have any questions, of course, I'll try my best to answer it. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this. And I hope you guys have a blessed day as always. And I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a blessed day, guys.